straight to his bed and picked up his little baby, bless him. Now he's looking at me like, Mum, can't I just come in? There's a big ball of sunlight coming through that door, isn't there? It's a little bit annoying. Yeah. Okay, I've got the house to myself today, so I don't have to block that door off. So yeah. I hope we're all alright this morning, guys. So we've got some Pilates. Just make sure you've got a drink and something comfortable to lay on, not your bed, on the floor, yeah? Or you've got a towel or a blanket or a mat if you've got one, okay? So one of my boys is back at sixth form now, so he's there today. My other one's on a field trip in Colchester Zoo. Lovely, get up and close with the animals today. He's doing like an animal welfare conservation course at university, so for him, being involved in the animals is exactly what he wants. And then husband is in the office today, so yeah, first time since, gosh, a while I've had the whole house to myself. For most of the day, I reckon, so that'll be quite nice. Maybe I can just have a little snooze after this, it'll be perfect. Okay, so remember, if you've got knee problems or back problems, use the options that I give you. I am going to talk you through the levels all the way through, okay? So when you get to where you want to be, stick with that level, okay? What else? That's it. Just setting up my Fitbit ready to time. What's he done? He's got his baby. See, this is his duck that he's got, which still quacks. And he's had it a while, which is quite impressive because normally it chew them up quite quickly. It's like, look at my baby. Oh, I love my baby. Bless him. Right, anyway, should we make a start? Standing nice and upright, nice and tall. Toes and knees point forwards. Shoulders down and relaxed. Make sure that you are balanced and central. So gently rock forwards, backwards, side to side. Making sure you've got an even distribution of body weight across both of your feet. You don't feel lopsided, you don't feel like you're leaning. Then I'd like you to find what we refer to as your neutral spine. So this is a comfortable back. All we're doing is tilting the pelvis forwards and backwards. We're finding the position where your back feels the most comfortable. We're finding that natural lordotic curve, okay? Comfortable spine, neutral spine. When you're happy that your back is comfortable, shoulders are down, relaxed, you've got that nice long posture, we then find and engage the core muscles. Pelvic floor, the muscle from within, the one you'd use to stop mid-flow. Imagine that muscle is attached to a lift, and I want you to draw it all the way up from within to floor number 10. So you're pulling the pelvic floor up, you're going to lower it down to floor 5, and then lower it down to floor 3, and that's where you're going to leave it. Then you're going to imagine a belt around your middle with 10 notches on your belt, and you're going to pull that in to notch number 10. So it's as tight as it'll go, comes out to notch 5, out to notch 3, and that's where you leave it. So your core muscles set and engaged, level 3, notch 3. Tension tightening around the centre of the body. Holding from the core and the neutral spine, you'll then breathe from your rib cage. Hands on the ribs, fingertips touch. So we're not moving our hands, we're going to breathe from the ribs. So you take a nice deep breath in, fingertips part, and release. Nice deep breath in, and release. Good, relax the arms down. So that's your lateral thoracic breathing, you're breathing from your ribs. Just start to gently pedal through your legs, one side to the other, and allow the shoulders to gently rotate round one way, and the other way. Lovely. Lower the feet down, lift up onto the toes, lengthen the body, and release. And again, lift up, lengthen, and release. One more time, lift and lengthen, and release. I'm just going to take a big lunge forward on that left leg, lengthen the back leg, and then push yourself back into the centre. Other leg comes forward. Now, as long as you are okay to bring your head down, so you've not got vertigo, you've you've not got high or low blood pressure, then you're bringing that body forwards and down and coming back in. If you have got a problem, then I just want you to keep that upper body up and just come as far forward from there. Last one here. Good. And then we're going to step out to the side, up and over. Into the middle and we change sides. Up and over. Lengthen through the waist. Softening the knee. Moving leg is bending. The leg you're leaving behind, the stationary leg lengthens. So you take one more to each side. Lateral flexion. Last one here. Holding it in the middle. Toes, knees, hips, everything points forward. Arms come up, breathe in. Breathe out, rotate. Breathe in to return. Breathe out, rotate. Breathe in to return. So you're mobilizing through your spine, through your back, keeping the hips facing forwards. One more to each side, please. Last one here. Into the middle and release. Just take the left foot forward. You're going to circle the leg round. Lift the knee up and balance. Toe forward. Circle round. Lift the knee and balance. Only bring it up as far as comfortable for you. Last one here. All the way around. Lift and balance. Hold it. Ankle one way and the other. And place that foot down. Other leg comes forward, rotate round, mobilise the hip, lift the knee and balance. Toe comes forward, rotate round, lift the knee and balance. One more time, all the way round, lift the knee, balance, hold it here. Ankle one way and the other, and place your foot down. Morning, Nikki. Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Really am. Painted my toenails especially. Having reflexology done tomorrow, so I thought I'd better try and make my feet look pretty. Breathe in, chin to the chest. Breathe out, gently roll down through your back. Soften the knees. Allow your arms to hang relaxed. And then when you're ready, gently roll up through the spine. Rebuild your back vertebrae by vertebrae. Reach the top. Relax the shoulders down. Breathe in, chin to the chest. Breathe out, gently roll down through your back. Soften the knees, relax the arms, and then when you're ready, begin to gently roll back up. As you reach the top, relax the shoulders. So we're going to roll down and we're going to come into our first exercise, which will be a downward dog. Chin in, gently roll down. And then at your lowest point, walk the hands forward, head between the arms, feet down, okay? Now be careful your hands don't slip, okay? You're going to breathe in, bring the knees forwards and down, just off the floor. And then breathe out and push back. Breathe in, bring the knees forwards and down. Breathe out and push back. So again, if you've got any problems with your blood pressure, your vertigo, then I would prefer you to come into a cat, round the spine and release. That way the blood isn't going to be rushing down towards your head, so you won't hopefully feel dizzy or unwell. The last thing I want is at the end of this for someone to say, I passed out at the beginning and I missed the rest. So be careful, listen to your body. Breathing in, bring it forward and down. Breathe out to release. So we're going to hold this one just with those knees above the floor. Deep, full breath. If you're on the cat, carry on. Gently place those knees down. Take those hands out slightly wider than the chest. Hold breath in to lower down. Hold breath out to push back up. I don't want you to do this. Look at the difference. My head is coming between my hands, not my chest, right? So I need to bring it forwards and down. So my chest is come in between the hands. So you're here, not here, okay? Good. Whole breath in to lower down. Whole breath out to push up. Level 2, take those legs further away. We want level 3. Up on those toes. Whole breath in to lower down. Whole breath out to push up. Core muscles zipped up, pulled in and in place. Use full deep breaths. Don't do short, sharp ones. Doing extra repetitions won't make you work harder. It'll fatigue you quicker, but it won't actually hit those target areas. What we need is slow and controlled, okay? 5 slow and controlled is better than 10 fast ones. So I'm going to ask you please for 2 more. Once you've completed those 2, you're going to bring those hands back in. Wrist, elbow, shoulder, onto the knees, which are hips distance apart. You're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, you're going to push one leg back. Then you're going to breathe in and draw that leg back in. Other leg, breathe out, push that leg back. Breathe in and draw that leg back in. Now as you transfer from one side to the other, I don't want you to drop your hips to the side. I want you to stay central and keep that back nice and flat. Imagine there's a tray of drinks resting on your back. You mustn't spill them. Now I want you to breathe out and lengthen and raise no higher than the bottom. Then breathe in, toes touch down at the furthest point, and then draw it in. I say that because a lot of the time, people will just bring their leg back down like that. So you've got to touch the toe down and then draw the leg back in. Breathe out to lengthen and raise. Breathe in to lower and draw back in. So, breathe out to lengthen. This time, once it's up, breathe in to bend. Breathe out to lengthen. Breathe in to lower and draw it back under. Breathe out to lengthen and raise. Breathe in, bend. Breathe out, lengthen. Breathe in to lower and draw it under. So we just added a little curl, which is going to help to target the hamstring, the glute. Good. Breathe out to lift, in to bend, out to lengthen, into lower and return. Now you could slide the opposite hand out along the floor and then bring it back in at the same time as the leg. If you want to go further, you could raise the arm at the same time as the leg. So I'm just going to ask you for 1 more on each side, please. Remember, at level 1, you don't even need to lift the leg. Once you've completed those 2, you're going to gently allow yourself to lower down. Elbows and shoulders are still in line with each other. We're looking down at the floor and we're just going to draw the pelvis up and hold. Look in between the wrists. Don't look round your room. Don't look under the unit and think, oh, I must hoover under there later. Although I really must. Hold and breathe. Level 2, bring the knees up. If you want level 3, you can come all the way up onto the hands and toes. I don't want to see your bum in the air. Lengthen the back. I don't want you to hang your head. So you've got 3 options there. Pull up through the tummy on all 3 of the options. The leg pull, strengthening of the core and the lumbar spine. At your level, please complete 3 more breaths. Full, deep breaths. And once you've completed completed those 3, gently lower all the way down. I'm going to go slightly at an angle so my arms can extend. So you're going to extend the arms and the legs. And you're going to have your head down. So forehead is on the floor. Don't have your head like this. Can you see what I'm doing? Your head is to be down so you don't crank your neck. It's got to be in a straight line, yeah? So head down, point fingers, point toes, breathe in. As you breathe out, lift one arm and the opposite leg. Breathe in to lower. Breathe out, lift the other side. Breathe in to lower. So you're breathing out to raise and in to release. Belly button drawn up. Point the fingers, point the toes. Breathe out as you raise. Breathe in as you release. Core muscles zipped up, pulled in. So imagine you've got an ice cube underneath your belly button. So your belly button is drawn up. You've got those core muscles engaged. I'm going to ask you please for one more on each side. Once you've completed those 2, slide the arms back, come back to leg pull. Knees down, level 1, knees up, level 2, up on those hands at level 3. Your choice of options, of levels. Hold and breathe. Deep, full breaths. A lot of the time I'll hold this at level 1. I can feel it. So why do I need to go to level 2? If I go to level 2, I might lose my technique. I might not. So try it and see. I'm going to ask you please for 2 more breaths. Once you've completed the 2, you're gently going to release and turn onto one side. Now, we're going to start legs bent, feet together, elbow under the shoulder, so you haven't got it right over there. Straight line, elbow to shoulder. And you're going to hoist up your rib cage. You've got a gap underneath your body. Now make sure your chest is open. So we're going to do a side bend, which actually we're already doing, as long as the rib cage is lifted, which is going to work your waist, okay? But we're going to add into that a lateral hip raise. So you're going to take a breath in, and as you breathe out, you're just going to press the top leg back, and then breathe in to release. Breathe out, press the top leg back, breathe in to release. If you're looking to go a little bit further, you can lift the hip up off the floor. Keep the chest open, don't roll the body. Breathe out to open, breathe in to release. Keep that rib cage drawn up, working the obliques, and then this lateral hip raise. If you suffer with sciatica, this is a really nice one to help release trapped nerves in the lower back. Don't let that head hang. Try and keep it in line with the body as much as you can. So I'm going to ask you please for 2 more breaths here. Once you've done those 2, you're going to gently allow yourself to lower and lengthen all the way out. So your head rests down on your arm, your fingers are being pulled away, your toes are being pulled away. This hand is there to help you balance, okay? Once we get going, you might decide you don't need it there, and that's absolutely fine. So you're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, bring both legs up without rolling forwards or backwards. Core zipped up. Good. Already, with the legs lifted, you're working your waist. So if you did nothing else, you'd still be working, okay? So you could just stay here and use leg on its own, and then we're going to do the bottom leg on its own. Just so that we can really control the movement. So top leg only, breathe in, breathe out, kick forwards, breathe in, return. It's going to go backwards, breathe out, kick back, breathe into return. Breathe out, kick forwards, breathe into return, breathe out, kick backwards, breathe into return. Do you need the hand there? Could you take it away? You might find you take it away and then you need to make the movement a little bit smaller. We are keeping that bottom leg lifted and still. Any problems, then yes, please take it down. If you want to go further still, that arm can come all the way over. Be careful not to allow that leg to bend. Keep it lengthened all the way down to the toes. And I'm going to ask you, please, for one more here, and then hold it still, and your bottom leg, breathe in, breathe out to kick, breathe in to return. Take it backwards if you want to, breathe in to return. If you don't like the backward movement, then don't worry, just do the forward one. That top leg remains lifted, lengthened, and more importantly, still. We're not moving that top leg. Breathe out to kick, breathe in to return. Breathe out to kick, breathe in to return. Working through the waist, you're working as well down this leg, okay? So that's starting to feel it, that it's working, it's because it is, okay? So with the bottom leg, with or without the hand there for balance, I'm going to ask you please for one more full deep breath, then bring those legs together and carefully allow them to lower. Good. Just bring it in. If you need to give it a rub or anything, please do. And then when you're ready, I'd like you please to push yourself to sit. Sitting upright on that bottom, shoulders down, relax, core muscles zipped up, pull deep. Take a deep breath in and tilt the pelvis under so you've got that C-shaped spine. Breathe out, lift the legs, toes touch, heels drop out. If needed, you can have the hands there for a little bit of support. Breathe in. As you breathe out, kick the leg out. Breathe in to return. Breathe out, kick the leg out. Breathe in to return. If you need to, you can always have your toes just resting on the floor. But if you can, have them raised, they're hovering. If you want to go further, both legs go out. Breathe out to kick. Breathe in to return. Breathe out to kick. Breathe in to return. Now this is the open leg rocker. That's the open leg bit. So you've got one leg or both legs. Once you've mastered both legs, you can then add the rocker, where you breathe in, roll and kick, and breathe out and come all the way back up. When you come back up, remember, those feet don't touch the floor, and that tailbone is tucked under. Good, so level one leg at a time. Level 2, both legs together. Level 3, and the roll. So in your open leg rocker, one more with each leg or one more with both legs. Good. Then you can place those feet back down. Lovely. Lengthen the back, chin up off the chest. Arms come to cross here. Level 1. Lengthen level 2. Breathe in, tilt, so tailbone under. Breathe out, rotate. Breathe in, come back to tilt. Breathe out, come all the way up. Breathe in and tilt. Breathe out, rotate. Breathe in, come to the middle. Breathe out, come all the way up. So you're alternating which side you twist to each time. You keep both sides of the bottom on the floor. And we're working with 2 breaths. Sometimes this exercise is taught with 1 breath and you tilt and twist at the same time. I just like to break it down a little bit slower, just to challenge you a little bit further. Breathe in, tilt. Breathe out, twist. Breathe in, come back to tilt. Breathe out, lift up. And I'm going to ask you, please, for 1 more to each side. If you prefer, you could work with straight legs here. It's where it's comfortable. It doesn't make it any easier or any harder. Once you've done those 2, you can gently allow yourself to lower all the way down onto your back. So just turn my volume off because my phone keeps beeping. So laying on your back, bend your legs, place your feet flat down. Good. Shoulders down, relaxed. Core muscles zipped up, pulled in. So you've got that tension around the centre of the body. Breathe in. As you breathe out, bring your right leg up to right angle. Shin faces the ceiling. Knee right angle, yes? Don't drop the heel. Shoulders down, relaxed. You can stay here. This is the 100. You're already working the core because your core muscles are helping to keep that leg up, okay? If you want level 2, you can bring the other leg up. Might just need to imprint your spine slightly. Have those legs parallel, so you haven't got one higher than the other. And also they are hips distance apart. So don't bring those legs together. If you want to go further, bring up the shoulders, the arms, chin off the chest, breathe in, breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, breathe out. If you want to pulse but just have 1 leg up, that is absolutely fine, guys. Good. Now if you've just got the 1 leg lifted, I'd like you to lower that leg down and bring the other leg up. If you've got both legs raised, just carry on the 100. Strength from the core and the lumbar spine. Make sure the tummy muscles are pulled in, they're not doming upwards. Remember, level 1 is just the leg lifted, held and still. Level 2, both legs. Option then to add the pulse, level 3. So I'm going to ask you please for 2 more breaths here. If you've got both legs raised, allow your left foot to lower, upper body to come back down. If you've only got the 1 leg raised, switch it over. Let's all just have this right leg lifted and still. Bringing the arms up so the fingers are pointing to the ceiling. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, start to circle the arms out and then breathe into complete. Breathe out, start to circle round and out. Breathe into complete. And then you're going to go the other way round. Now you're drawing 2 circles, 1 with each hand. And those circles are the size of a saucer or a dinner plate. No bigger than a dinner plate. So I don't want to see your arms coming right out. Literally, imagine I'm laying on my back, the size of a saucer or a dinner plate. They go around one way, and then they come back round the other. You've got 1 leg raised to increase the intensity. If you want to work harder, bring the other leg up as well. If you want to make it easier, don't have any of your legs raised, just the arms on their own. If If you've got just the one leg raised, you're going to swap the leg over. You're going to breathe out as you start to circle out. Breathe in to complete the rotation. Remember, I don't want big, fast movements. Slow and controlled, size of a saucer or a dinner plate. I always say that and then someone goes, I've got square dinner plates. Good for you. Good. We're drawing circles. And I'm going to ask you please for 2 more breaths, 1 set of circles in each direction. Then you can allow those arms to lower. 1 foot at a time comes down, and we're bringing our right leg back up to right angle. Breathe in. As you breathe out, I want you to touch the foot down. Breathe in to return. So we're keeping the angle in the knee. Breathe out to lower. Breathe in to return. So this is your scissor with 1 leg, shoulders down and relaxed. You want to work harder, both legs raised. And you can alternate. Only alternate if you've got both legs raised. If you've only got the right leg coming up, just stick with that right leg. If you want to go a bit further, you have to have both legs up. Breathe out to lower, and then as you breathe in to lower, the other leg is already travelling down. But don't make it fast. It's got to be full deep breath. Now if you've just got the right leg raised, I'm going to ask you to place that foot down. Then bring that left leg up, knee bent right angle. Breathe out to lower. Breathe in to bring it up. Breathe out to lower. Breathe in to bring it up. Right angle in the knee. That next option, have both legs raised. 1 can go at a time. Or you've got that slightly faster movement. And I'm going to ask you please, for 2 more breaths, then 1 foot at a time to come down, and give yourself a nice long body stretch. When you're ready, transfer onto the other side. Slide that arm under so the elbow and shoulder in line with each other. Hoist up the rib cage, open the chest. Legs are bent, feet together. So we're already in our side bend, so we're already working through the obliques and strengthening from our shoulder. So breathe in. As you breathe out, press the top leg back. Breathe in to return. Breathe out, press the top leg back. Breathe in to return. So we're pushing back, opening up any little trapped nerves in the back, whilst drawing up through the ribs to work the waist. And then if you're going further, you're lifting that hip up, breathe out to open, into return. Good. Rib cage drawn up, chest open. And in your lateral hip raise, with your side bent, I'm going to ask you please for 2 more breaths. Morning, Martin. That's all right. It's on here now, so you can catch up whenever you're free. Well done. Once you've done your 2, gently allow yourself to lower all the way down, lengthening out the body, resting the head down on the arm. Hand is there should you need it. Point the fingers, point the toes. Breathe in. As you breathe out, raise both legs without rolling forwards or backwards. So we're going to focus on just moving the top leg to start with. Breathe in. Breathe out to kick. Breathe in to return. Leg goes backwards. really take the leg as far as you can comfortably kick it without having to roll or adjust your posture. Hand is there for balance, but if you don't need it, just take it away. And we're trying to keep that bottom leg lifted and still. Breathe out to kick, breathe in to return. Bottom leg lifted and still, that's the challenge in itself. If you don't want to take the leg back, just have it coming forwards. I'm going to ask you please for 2 more breaths. I just need to drink some water. Once you've done your 2, keep your legs lifted and still. Good. Then that bottom leg, breathe in, breathe out to kick, breathe in to return. Goes forwards, goes backwards. But our top leg remains still. We're using full deep breaths. Our hand is there for balance. Maybe we can take it away. Don't allow those hips to roll over. If you've got very good balance, good strength, then you can bring that arm all the way over. Just be careful not to bend that knee. Keep those legs as straight as you can. So you can try higher levels because you can always go back down the level. Breathe out to kick, breathe in to return. Breathe out to kick, breathe in to return. Good. Core muscles zipped up, pulled in. My favourite exercise is probably the jackknife, which we haven't done today. Good. And I'm going to ask you for 1 more breath. Then you can allow those legs to carefully lower all the way down. Good. Once those legs are down, if you need to give those hips a little bit of a rub, please do. Hi Joanne. That's fine, darling. Just catch up whenever you're ready. Good. Bring yourself round into a box position. I'm just trying to decide if I'm going to have a run next, if I'm going to have a cup of tea, or maybe take my dog out. But from here, just sit back in your heels, lengthen out the arms, stretch around the glutes, around the shoulders. Lovely. And then bring those hands back in towards the knees. You're going to curl your toes under, push back into a crouched position, tuck the chin into the chest, place the feet flat down, and then gradually you're going to begin to roll up through your back, rebuilding your spine vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way to the top. Relax those shoulders down. So once you're upright, we need to make sure that we're balanced and central. We don't feel lopsided, we don't feel like we're leaning. Relax the shoulders, lengthen the posture, and re-engage from your core, okay? Just lift up onto your toes. Are you balanced? And release. Don't know where my dog's gone now. Lift up onto the toes, balance, and release. One more time, just lift up and balance. And then if you can, just close your eyes. Are you as balanced as you thought? And release. Well done, well done, well done. So that is your Pilates for today. If you've joined in, well done. If you're catching up later today, that is absolutely fine. They're always going to be on this Facebook feed, so you can always find a class to do on there. Also on our YouTube channel, there's more classes on there as well. Let me just grab my book to check the times for you. There's my baby. What are you doing? He thinks I'm going that way now, look. My mummy, my mummy. Hello. So tonight we have got at Witton. Come on then, baby. So he had to have these blood tests done a couple of weeks ago. So a week ago now. So the hair is just about, give me this leg, no the other one, that's it. He's just got this little patch of hair which is just growing back on that leg now. So that is all good. We have got aerobics at 6:15 and legs, bumps and tums at 7:30, both over at Whitton tonight. Remember to book before you come, okay? And that is that. Tomorrow morning we've got aerobics on here at 10 o'clock in the morning. Just a quick reminder, because last night what happened was we had a couple of regulars that couldn't book onto our spin class, okay? Because the class is fully booked, which is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. However, 2 people didn't turn up. So those people that were waiting, they actually went home because they were like, I can't get a space, so they left. They could have had those bikes. If you're booking online, you can now cancel online as well. Although I do think it is only up to 24 hours before the class. But that is that ability on there now to be able to cancel. So if you can't make it, just let us know, because the spin classes and the Pilates are getting really, really busy now. Okay, guys? So, well done. My dog just grabbed my foot. Have a lovely, lovely day. Enjoy whatever you choose to do. And I will see you again very soon. Take care for now. Bye-bye.